Hola, hola a todos, hola a todas, bienvenidos y bienvenidas a la última lección de español. Pongamos todo junto, which means let's put it all together. Pongamos is from the verb poner, which means to put. Todo junto, everything together, so put it all together. Okay, let's begin with a simple exercise. In this exercise, you are asked to translate all these verbs in the future tense, translate them into Spanish. So as always, pause the video, do it on your own, and then come back to check whether you did good or not. I hope so. I hope you did good. So anyway, when you're ready, let's check together. So, you will be, tú serás o vosotros seréis, depending on second person singular or plural, verbo ser, to be. I will have, yo tendré, verbo tener. This one is irregular, remember. Yo tendré, tendrás, tendrá, tendremos, tendráis, tendremos, tendréis, tendrán. They will come, ellos llegarán. Verbo llegar, to come. We will know, nosotros conoceremos. Nosotros conoceremos. Verbo conocer, regular as well. He will drink, él beberá. Verbo beber. She will pay, ella pagará. Verbo pagar, this one is irregular in the third person singular and plural. Yo pagaré, tú pagarás. Él, ella, usted pagará. Nosotros pagaremos, vosotros pagaréis. Ellos, ellas, ustedes pagarán. Okay? And finally, I will sleep. Yo dormiré. Verbo dormir. This one is regular. Very good. Let's switch to this other set of verbs. Again in the future tense. So whenever you're ready, unpause the video and let's see together. So you will hear. Tú escucharás. Vosotros escucharéis. Verbo escuchar. I will live. Yo vivré. Verbo vivir. This one is irregular, as you can see. Yo vivré, tú vivrás, él, ella, usted vivrá, nosotros vivremos, vosotros vivréis, ellos, ellas, ustedes vivrán. They will start, ellos comenzarán, verbo comenzar. We will want, nosotros querremos, another irregular verb, verbo querer. We will have to, él tendrá que o él deberá. Remember, in Spanish there are two ways to say to have to, tener que or deber. Tener que is much more used, so I suggest you use that, tener que. Él tendrá que o él deberá. She will read, ella leerá. And then I will jump, yo saltaré. So verbo leer and then verbo saltar. Very good. Let's move on to this other exercise about the weather. ¿Qué tiempo hará mañana? What will the weather be like tomorrow? Hará, verbo hacer, so irregular. Hará, harás, hará. Haremos, haréis, harán. In this case, mañana estará soleado y templado. Por la noche lloverá y estará ventoso. Pero no hará frío. So this means, mañana, tomorrow, estará soleado y templado. It will be sunny and mild. Remember, we're talking about the weather, and so I have to use el verbo estar. Por la noche, so at night or in the evening, lloverá y estará ventoso. It will rain and it will be windy. Pero no hará frío. But it won't be cold. Pero no hará frío. It will not be cold. Very good. Now let's switch to the body parts. In this case, I'm asking you to indicate at least 5 upper parts of your body. Indica por lo menos 5 partes superiores del cuerpo. Por lo menos means at least. Por lo menos. For example, la cabeza, el cuello, los ojos, el pelo, los hombros. So the head, the neck, the eyes, the hair, and the shoulders. And then guess what? Now it's time for the lower parts of the body. Indica por lo menos 5 partes inferiores del cuerpo. So indicate at least 5 lower parts of the body. For example, las piernas, el tobillo, el pie, la rodilla, la cadera. So the legs, the ankle, the foot, the knee, and the hips, la cadera. Perfect. Now, it's time for our beloved cardinal numbers. In this case, they are not so difficult. 1st, 3rd, 13th, 20th, 4th, 10th, and 5th. As you can see, they're not so difficult. So yeah, again, pause and then come back to check whether you did good or not. Let's see. 1st, primero, 3rd, tercero, 13th, décimo tercero, 20th, vigésimo, 4th, cuarto, 10th, décimo, and 5th, quinto. Very good. Remember that these are all adjectives. They behave like adjectives. So primero, primera, primeros, primeras, tercero, tercera, terceros, terceras, depending on the noun they are linked with. I just stated here the masculine singular version, but there is also the feminine version and the plural version as well. So remember that. Okay, let's move on to these translation exercises. You have a few sentences to translate in Spanish. Yesterday I went to the supermarket. I bought fruit and vegetables for dinner. 3 friends will come to my house at 8 p.m. and I will prepare my famous Spanish dishes. So, the translation for this one, la traducción para estas frases es ayer fui al supermercado. Compré fruta y verduras. 3 amigos llegarán a mi casa a las 8 de la noche y prepararé mis famosos platos españoles. So, ayer fui al supermercado. Yesterday, ayer, fui, I went, pretérito indefinido, primera persona singular, to the supermarket, al supermercado. I bought fruit and vegetables for dinner. Compré, again, pretérito indefinido, verbo comprar, primera persona singular, fruta y verduras. Sorry, I did not write para la cena, but for dinner is para la cena. So, compré fruta y verduras para la cena. And then, 3 friends, 3 amigos, will come, future tense, so llegar, tercera persona plural, and so llegarán, to my house, a mi casa. At 8 p.m. is a las 8 de la noche, o a las 20. Remember that in Spain and in South America, we use the 24-hour clock, and so the 8 p.m. in Spanish is las 8 de la noche, or las 20. And I will prepare, y prepararé, verbo preparar, primera persona singular, future tense, prepararé, my famous Spanish dishes, mis famosos platos españoles. Remember that in Spanish we don't have to capitalize the adjective like Spanish. Españoles does not have the capital letter, first capital letter. Okay? Very good. Let's switch to this other translation in which we are talking about the rooms and the objects in the different in the house. So, in my kitchen there is a small fridge, an oven and a cupboard. In the cupboard there are dishes, cutlery and glasses. My favorite room of the house is the living room. So, la traducción es: en mi cocina, in my kitchen, there is una nevera pequeña, a small fridge. La nevera, so una nevera pequeña. Un horno, an oven. Y una alacena, and a cupboard. In the cupboard, en la alacena, there are, again, dishes, platos, cutlery, cubiertos, and glasses y vasos. My favorite room of the house, mi habitación favorita de la casa, is the living room, es el salón. Okay, so dishes, el plato, el cubierto, el vaso, los platos, los cubiertos, los vasos. Nevera, horno, alacena, habitación, el salón. Okay, all these are the vocabulary regarding the house. And finally, in these last exercises, you have, in this case, Spanish words, and you have to translate them into English. So let's see together. La berenjena is the eggplant. La fresa is the strawberry. La patata, the potato. El limón, lemon. La clementina o la naranja, clementina, the clementine. El calabacín, the zucchini. El pepino is the cucumber. And then el asparrago, the asparagus. Very good. So this was about fruits and vegetables. And now let's move to the last exercise. In this case, you have first the English version and then the Spanish one. So, mask, TV, hospital, apple, bed, sofa, virus, and makeup is all a mix of a lot of topics, a lot of lessons. Yeah. So your turn to translate them, and then we will check together. So, la mascarilla, la televisión o la tele. El hospital, remember hospital in English, hospital in Spanish. La manzana, la cama, el sofá, el virus, so virus in English, virus in Spanish. And then el maquillaje. Perfect, guys, congratulations.